And I think we're live with the third part of this epic 4-part series where Victor Galenko will officially type Hannah after she's typed it up. Because I just decided that it's just too much work to type up all these. And I've still got to type up, and I'll try and get somebody else to type up Dave Kers's 4-hour-long video.
Okay, but I will. I mean, I guess.
No, not you. Not you. I'll get somebody else.
Yeah, but I mean, when I do mine,
you can type up what you think is relevant.
Yeah.
This is, as people can see from the title, this is about strengths. So, as I said before, you can like talk about the issue of modesty in Finland if you would like. You can go meta, take an Olympian distance on the subject. Because you're probably not an ESTP, so this video might not be quite that long.
Yeah, this is really a difficult topic. I think it's partly cultural. In Finnish culture, it's not necessarily a positive thing if you start bragging about your strengths. We value modesty and also, well, not like fitting in, but in some way it's not a good thing to stand out. That's not a positive thing here, I would say, at least not how I have felt. I enjoyed being in the limelight more as a child. I had quite a prominent role in my class. I wanted to take big parts in plays, if we had this plays in the spring term plays and Christmas time plays and stuff like that. And I like to perform, but I don't know if I have never really enjoyed performing. But yeah, strengths. I tried to ask my husband quickly, what are my strengths? Tell me something. I don't know. He said that I'm honest. I'm quite honest. That's true. At least I value honesty a lot. It's one of my top priorities. I'm not saying that I always manage to be honest. And I also value fairness, but I don't always manage to be fair. I can be very unfair sometimes when I get stuck with some of my emotions. So I'm not bragging about being honest or fair, but I value them highly, so I pay attention to them. Let's put it this way.
Do you value empathy?
Oh yes, yeah. I value and I value it so much that's absolutely the number one thing I want my children to have and to use, and it's compassion and empathy are really the top priorities.
I'm reading off the traits in the Kersey book about temperaments. So if people want to know, they've got to get the book. But you should know which temperament Hannah is by now, folks. So what do you think of the word benevolent? Is it something you aspire to be?
Yeah, sure, but I think I fail in that more than in many other of those nice traits, because I have been called self-righteous many times. I can be quite, what is the word? Quite strict or rigid with my values. So when I get in that mood, I'm not benevolent. I'm very harsh and even aggressive.
That might be why. Oh yes, that person, we mentioned him half air. Okay, that's why you were typed by that person as type that you're not, because he saw the fact that you actually had some values, which.
Yeah.
So authenticity, is that something that you see as a strength?
I don't know. I wish it was a strength, but maybe this endless search for identity is telling that I'm not very authentic because I don't know what my identity is, and I'm using all kinds of means to find it. So, but as we know, some types are prone to being in the process of finding their authentic selves. So it's a journey. It's a journey, not a like end result.
Yeah. So in this section, to sort of help with the fact that Hanna is modest, despite the fact that she said that she got really good grades earlier on. So not that modest.
That's true. But that's a fact. I mean, what can I do? The grades were good. It doesn't tell. Maybe I was stupid, but the teachers were. They could be biased teachers. You don't know the reasons why I got good grades. So.
There you go. You're using your modesty strength now.
Yeah.
Strength in being modest. I'll give you some other things that are associated with different temperaments and sort of with their self-image. So, what do you think of the vow? How important is it to you to be ingenious?
What does it mean? What does it mean, ingenious?
Ingenuity, creative. Like someone says, that's an ingenious solution, a brilliant solution.
I don't know. Maybe I wanted to be more like that when I was younger. In my 20s, I had this obsession that I have to be artistic and creative, and I just couldn't find a means or method to do or be artistic. And I was surrounded by artistic people, so it felt even more pressuring the need. But I feel less like that nowadays. I don't care. I mean, I don't care if it's my idea or someone else's. If it's a good idea, then I'm just it's a good idea.
Interesting. Yeah. Here's one. Do you think you're an audacious, bold person that will bite the head off a chicken?
Like I said in the last video, I'm Enneagram 6. So
yeah, probably not.
So in some regards, I am. In some regards, I am bold and fearless. But in some regards, not. For instance, there have been the difference to type 8 in Enneagram is that type 8s don't feel fear as much, but 6 are motivated by fear. So if I'm bold, I still am motivated by fear. So I can look bold and act bold, but I can be anxious and fearful at the same time. So but I don't think many people would say that I'm a coward either. So it's
So if there was a situation where there was a car crash and there was a child in the car was on fire, would you be moved to rescue that child?
Yeah, I would. I have been in crisis situations when not to go into details, but there was one situation where there was an aggressive person attacked another person, and I went there to calm him down. And there, of all the people, there were also like males and females around. But I just took the lead and I just went there. So I felt that I can act like that in a crisis situation. So.
Did you in a previous hangout say that in order to help with that, did you do some martial arts? I can't remember if that was somebody else who said that.
I didn't mention it, but I have done some martial arts, but not as much that I would feel I could use them. I can only use my speech and talking. So that's
I was just thinking that's a temperament thing as well, that they think they can use the power of words to redeem the world. Right. Right. Modesty. But we joked before that this video might be short.
These might be short. We can do the fourth one on the row if it's too short.
I think.
Okay, I'll say something. What I know that I have been, this is a fact, not like I'm saying, but I'm quite quick. I'm quite a quick thinker usually. I do tests fast, and so I operate quite fast. I don't know if it's a strength, but I can be quick and efficient in my actions if needed. If it's not needed, then I'm not.
What do you think of your is your linguistic ability a point of pride with you?
Well, in Finland, everyone has to study several languages, so I wouldn't say that I stand out in any way in our, well, if compared to other Finnish people. I like to study languages, and I like the feeling that if I catch up something fast, that's related to what I said previously. I enjoy that, but I'm not a superior writer. I have developed my writing skills. Well, everyone who studies philosophy somehow develops their writing skills, but I have never been an excellent writer like this. Some people have always been the top in their class in writing these fictional stories or whatever. I have not been. Well, I have been good, but not excellent in that. But yeah, linguistic. I would say though that if there is any strength I have compared to compared to mathematics or kinesthetic, especially kinesthetic, or some visual thing, I would say writing or linguistic skills are my strength. Yeah.
Yeah, and Victor associates that with a certain temperament.
Okay.
I would say, right. If we strengths, if do you find when you're talking about integrity and authenticity, do you see quite a few people who you wish were a little bit better than that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm very moralistic. I admit it. I don't always say it aloud, but I do criticize people, or I want to mention that I criticize myself most of all. But I have bad history of relationships and friendships where I have been too harsh with my judgments, moral judgments.
Tell us what you can.
Yeah, well, people can feel that I have in several cases clashed with people who feel that my moral judgments and emotions are too strong and too harsh, and also that I have felt that I cannot control my emotions enough that I feel that I'm doing more harm with my values towards them, that it's better that we are not
right,
having too much contact.
We can talk about the negative side of that in the next video, but
yeah, I think this yeah, that's a typical Finnish, that I go into my weaknesses when I should be talking about my strengths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a lot of situations, are you pretty confident that this person is doing the wrong thing?
Oh yes. Yeah, that I can say proudly. I have pretty good judgment on people and their actions. Even if I don't care if I do care, but whether they like it or not. But I have always been able to quickly assess if something is wrong or right or bad or good or whatever quality it is. I can do it really quickly.
Yeah, you see, so somebody typing Hannah would mistype her. If they didn't know about the Kersey temperaments, they would look just at that and say, oh, you're judgmental, therefore you're this particular type rather than the type that we think you are. And if they knew about temperament, they'd be able to know the difference.
Yeah.
So if we stop now, then going on to weaknesses.
Yes. Okay,
so here we go.
Yeah.
Unless you've got anything up your sleeve that you want to say that you're great at.
This is very uncomfortable to me to talk about.
Okay, okay, here we go. We'll stop, and then we can